Dear colleagues, Ministry of Defense spokesperson Mr. Vilyen Pidgornyy will speak on Russia's military aggression in eastern Ukraine. Mr. Pidgornyy, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you a weekly update on the Russian aggression against Ukraine between December 5th and December 11th. The overall situation at the front line fluctuates between low points of the conflict and rapid increase of ceasefire violations committed by the Russian proxy forces in the end of the week. The number of ceasefire violations was between 70 on December 10th at the highest point and 15 on December 8th at the lowest. The decrease of military activities and most likely connected to the meeting of Trilateral Contact Group in Minsk on December 7th. However, once the negotiations had finished without feasible results, Russia-backed militants ramped up ceasefire violations yet again. Last week, Ukrainian positions came under hostile fire from heavy weapons as well as from small arms. Hostile shelling from 82 and 120 millimeter mortars and 122 and 152 millimeter artillery, as well as tank fire, were registered in the Donetsk sector, in the Mariupol sector. The enemy uses artillery in combination with reconnaissance devices, mainly drones, to improve the accuracy of shellings. This tactic led to the increase of shelling in the area of Krasnogorivka, Vodyane, and Shirokine. Other flashpoints in the sector included Marinka, Telakivka, Lebedinsky, and Pavlopil. Russia-backed militants violated ceasefire in the Donetsk sector, primarily in the area of the Donetsk airport, including Avdiivka, Opytne, and Pisky, as well as Luhansk village and on the Horlivka perimeter. In the Luhansk sector, tensions persisted across the whole sector. Ceasefire violations were registered in every frontline area of the sector, namely Popasna district, Krymske, and Stanitsa Luhanska areas. The recent attack in the vicinity of Stanitsa Luhanska on December 10th demonstrate the militants keep violating the framework decision related to disengagement of forces and hardware. Therefore, Ukrainian armed forces have to stay on the current positions to defend residents of the city until complete and sustainable ceasefire is upheld. Over the week, Ukrainian troops have registered 8 episodes of hostile drones conducting aerial reconnaissance in the ATO area. Ukraine's military intelligence reports of the ongoing military assistance of Moscow to its proxies. Russia continues using railroads to deliver arms and supplies to Donbass. The bulk of it arrives to Ilovaisk and Yasinovata in the Donetsk region and Rovenki in the Luhansk region. Over the last week, the militants received 4 tanks, 2 Grad multiple rocket launcher systems, a batch of machine guns and sniper rifles, as well as 1,150 tons of fuel and 360 tons of ammunition. Most of supplies arrived to Yasinovata station, located in close proximity to the front line next to the major flashpoints of the conflict in Avdiivka. As per intelligence reports, the total number of casualties among Russian proxies is 21 killed and 15 wounded. Last week, 4 Ukrainian servicemen were killed in action, and 17 servicemen were wounded in action, and 1 serviceman suffered concussion. The number of wounded includes 2 troopers who suffered injuries as a result of booby trap explosions. Our hearts go out to the families and friends of the fallen Ukrainian heroes. 2 civilians were injured in the Donetsk region. 1 young volunteer, born 1995, was wounded during a hostile attack in the area of Shirokine. Another victim was a woman injured as a result of militant artillery shelling of Verkhnyotoretsky. 2 private homes were damaged in Avdiivka in the aftermath of militant attacks last week. Ukrainian authorities arranged for access and safe passage through government checkpoints on the conflict line of 104 trucks loaded with humanitarian aid for civilians living in the occupied territories of eastern Ukraine. The total payload of aid exceeds 1,572 tons. It includes food and medication, as well as electric supplies. Humanitarian assistance was provided by the International Committee of the Red Cross, as well as by Ukrainian charity organizations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pidgornyy. Looking forward to seeing you here next Monday.
Thank you.